I gave you the ball and you got 3 touchdowns, 2 touchdowns. I gave you yours.
Start your week by installing your game plan.
We in sync last game. I had those DBs tipped over themselves. Let's double down this week. We done the boys. Okay. Okay. Parsons, here's something you might not have known about me. I love hitting QBs. You got 3, 4, 5 solid hits and quarterbacks start to give up. I'm looking forward to a game. I've seen players like you. It takes one big play. A deep pass, a long run, and your spirit breaks, and I hope you're ready. Nice. Let's upgrade this. Monday game.
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Monday Night Football on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good one on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants. I'll be back at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from Sunday's action. But for now, it's Monday Night Football. And to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And, Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. They're halfway home, looking good, and a perfect 8-0.
And not much to complain about so far, is there? I'd have to say they're the best team in the NFL through the first half of the year.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, they come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
Nice.
Here we go, set, 15 line, 15 line. Get it.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
There's so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award.
Yeah, Steve,
I think he's
you were
locked in and
offense
wants to get it done a second time.
and you're yelling at me to give you more action? Like, come on.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
I don't need to
See what you're doing now, look.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Ready, 50, plant. Watch the slant, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Parsons. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
It's Barkley on the counter, and an alley to run. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Pick your game up.
From the gun, Parsons. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Set. 60 outlaw. Let's go one more.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Jordan Lewis right there on the coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
That is caught inside the 5. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They've been practicing goal line offense all week. Let's see if they're able to capitalize here. Operating from the gun. Parsons to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
So 2nd and goal, and standing by himself in the back. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants.
Need to get
Evan Ingram, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants add on to their lead.
Well, defense are going to have to start doing something different because this guy's absolutely carving them up, especially down here in the red zone. He's been one of the top receiving tight ends here in the 1st half of the season.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. Hey, keep it up.
They begin with a run by Barkley. He'll get 1st down past the 40. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
And with that run, he's already at 100 yards here before halftime. So if he sees the same kind of action in the 2nd half, he could be on his way to a career game.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Parsons. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Off the edge, it's Tyrone Crawford with a sack. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DM.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well, and that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. And this is a guy who last week not only helped his real team, but really helped a lot of fantasy teams. 3 trips to pay dirt. They've got to contain it.
And watching him play is like going to lunch with you when you order that combo plate, right? In this case, his combo plate is he can go over the top of you and catch it in front, turn it into a big gain, run past you, and then uses his size and his physical abilities to keep you away from the football. Hard to defend this guy.
Reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
70, Indy.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
We used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our 1st half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Parsons. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about...
And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Cody Latimer His second touchdown on the season. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. A sensational one-handed grab in the end zone for the score. Looked like you at the Davis Turkey Bowl every year in the backyard in Orlando, Florida.
Oh, you're so kind. That's definitely in my mind. But how about this? They always tell guys going after the ball, the receivers especially, you got to have a single-minded obsession to go get it. How about going up with a single hand and making that happen? I don't know if it gets much better.
I'll run
On
it.
the double. 55. I got you, pop.
Oh.
Hey. 4 down. 80 weapons. You go tight. You got it ready.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. And he's got his man on the out route. It's a giant first down on a gain of 16. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On the run, it's Barkley. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Mitchell Trubisky leading the way there as the win gets his guys back to 500 on the year. From there, we're off to check out another game, and they were losers in that one to the visiting Tampa Bay Bucks. Mike Evans, well over 100 yards receiving with 3 touchdown catches. Finally, let's get to the desert to check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. And it was the visiting San Francisco 49ers that come in and get the victory. 16-9, the final score. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And okay, so...
Saying okay when you're not even saying things, so I have to do that.
Throwing on first down. Parsons. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. But with his size coming out of the backfield, usually takes more than an arm tackle to get him down. That's why they like to get him involved in the passing game.
No doubt about it. You saw him running that angle route there and catching the ball. And with his size, not often thought to have hands, but we're hearing that more and more. Guys are doing a better job of catching the ball at any size coming out of the backfield because they need to be a full part of the offense.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Now they try the right side here. They find some open field here. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley. His second touchdown of the night. And the Giants add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same.
Barkley. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Evan Ingram with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Giants are able to grow their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go.
That said.
Go. Go.
On first down, Parsons. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. They'll get 34 yards there.
Let's go, baby.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for him.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Oh, yeah, and here we go.
This is Barkley.
Like 2 buckets. Yes.
And he's taken down inside the 30. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. All day, dog. Ready.
Now a play fake here on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. To throw again, Parsons. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an...
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Evan Ingram, 29 yards. And the Giants add on to their lead.
So whatever happened to rookie quarterbacks taking time to adjust to life in the NFL? Because this guy looks like he's been doing it for about, 7 years? 4 touchdown passes? That's not something rookies are supposed to be doing with the ease in which he's doing it.
On the set. Mike 54. And here we go. Watch the pass. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Parsons. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Ready.
Here's a timeout.
They go play action here on first down. And Diggs has it. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
Barkley. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Good gain there on first down. It keeps him in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. From the gun, Parsons, and he will take it on in for a giant touchdown.
Good job.
Golden.
Sorry.
Ready? 18 Gator. 55 is my guy.
A handoff as they run the counter play. Through an opening, and there he goes. 20. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Set. 18 Gator. Rip right. Get it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Giants, the train just keeps rolling. 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the New York Jets come to town. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they drop back to 5.
I wonder how they'll do this year. Yes. What did I tell you, bro? You got me the ball. I made big plans. And from now on, the receiver line, you and me.